Get a £5 free bet every week with Offer Club from William Hill. Simply stake a total of £20 or more across the week on pre-match football accumulators with 4 or more selections, and you'll get a £5 free bet on the Friday. Join William Hill Offer Club on mobile or online now.
Stay with me.
This is James Elder for iPhone TV in association with Max Clinch Jim Marbar. Quite fortunate enough to be at the working stage of Ggg Plodder v Kell Brook, joined by the knowledge Mr. Spencer Fearon. How are you, Spence?
I'm always blessed, always better for seeing you, James, and with my good mate Eddie PP. Trust me,
mate, you're right.
This guy's doing great. Seriously, I'm very, very proud of this young man. Seriously, I'm very proud of him.
Let's talk a little bit about the main event. Ggg Plodder coming up to take on Kell Brook, putting his belts on the line. How much respect and admiration have you got for Kell Brook for taking this fight?
I have got a lot of respect for him, but remember this now, let's be real. He's getting this fight off of the back of Chris Eubank Jr. because the fight was signed. It was Chris Eubank Jr. that Golovkin had in his mind that he wanted to beat up, but that's who he had in his mind. And then that fight reneged, and as it did, Ing pops in Kell Brook, and which is a great thing because Kell Brook needs a challenge. This is a massive mountain for him to go out and climb right now, but we should be backing him, and that's what I'm doing. I'm backing the Brit to you know what I mean? We need patriotism right here right now.
Nothing new from yourself. You've been quite outspoken. We've seen some comments from yourself saying that if you take away Golovkin's power, he quote is just a plodder. Can you explain that comment?
Do you really believe me on that? Come on, man. Right, I'm just winding up the Golovkin fanboys, because I know a lot of the Golovkin fanboys are actually they're British and they're getting too gassed by Golovkin. I'm saying calm down a bit, because we should be backing the British fighter here. You understand? So I know like most of the arguments when I'm saying like shut your mouth man, Golovkin's just a plodder, I'm teasing deliberately to wind up these guys. You know what I mean? And it winds it, they're getting they lose their damn mind, man. Seriously.
How do you nullify someone like Golovkin? Tactically, if you was in charge of Kell Brook's camp, what instructions would you give?
I ain't been in charge of his camp, but I speak regularly to Dominic Ingle, and they got a decent game plan. And I think a lot of it has to be administered on the jab. He has to throw a ramrod jab constantly at Golovkin, and every time Golovkin takes a half step, he's got to take an inch step back to avoid those shots. And I think that he should be watching, which I've told him anyway. But Bernard Hopkins versus Pavlik was at 98. Also how Bernard Hopkins nullifies punching power in what he did with Felix Trinidad. He needs to watch this guy, but remember this time on both occasions he was doing this with a smaller man. In this case here, Kell Brook's a smaller man, and him being a smaller man, he needs to be very, very careful going in a fight, especially with a man who can punch in the way that he can punch, and he's an educated puncher. We can't take nothing away from Golovkin here. Let's be real, Golovkin is an educated puncher.
Styles make fights, yes, but would you be right in saying that Kell Brook would beat all of Golovkin's opponents so far?
I had this Coogan, the mastermind, asked me this question as well.
Listen.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe.
All right, yeah, there's Coogan's right. No, I would say, pound for pound wise, then Kell Brook's head and shoulders above anyone that. Listen to me. Have you seen the 2011 fight? Radio Raheem's here as well, right? Have you seen the 2011 fight? That's my boy. Have you seen the 2011 fight, Gennady Golovkin versus Kasim Umar? Have you seen that fight? Kasim Umar gives him nightmares, goes 11 rounds with him, right? Kasim Umar was world past peak at the time, southpaw, who was the IBF light middleweight champion of the world, or junior middleweight champion, or was super welterweight champion, right? And he gave him nightmares. And Kasim Umar smokes more weed than Bob Marley. Right, so what has changed with Golovkin now? Golovkin's got a new trainer in Abel Sanchez, right? Golovkin's got a new flash haircut now, right? And new shorts. But what has really, to be intricate on it, what has Golovkin really changed? Nothing. He still comes with that same relentlessness, that same kind of swaying to landing the big shots. Reminds me of a lot of Costa Tszyu. Remember Costa Tszyu, who Ricky Hatton beat for the IBF like welterweight title? He reminds me of a lot of Costa Tszyu.
You've actually said this before.
Right, he's dangerous, man. Golovkin is a nightmare. Seriously, he's a nightmare. But Kell Brook goes in there with the right game plan, he could cause him trouble. If this fight goes 1 or 2 rounds, it's not good for boxing, it's not good for people who's paid for the pay-per-view.
1 or 2 rounds?
No, I don't. And if it did go 1 or 2 rounds, let it be entertaining 1 or 2 rounds. Let Kell Brook out there say round was going to give it to you. But you know what? Me personally, Kell Brook style, he should box. He should box, and Golovkin's susceptible to uppercuts. We saw in the Monroe fight. He's susceptible to uppercuts. Whether you want to be standing in distance to throw that uppercut, because you know as soon as you're in punching range, you throw off your shot, you're susceptible to get hit yourself. But if he can do that, administer that and follow a game plan, head body with that jab, and every time Golovkin's out close, right, not even holding to put your weight on him, but holding to spin and get off and throw back your shots again and steal rounds, Kell Brook could win this fight on points.
Massive fight week. We know how exciting it's going to be with the people here and what goes along with that.
Dave Chappelle's coming as well.
What will Chris Eubank?
What
will Chris Eubank Jr. be feeling at this moment in time?
What would he be? What Chris Eubank Jr. be feeling? You're going to have to ask Chris Eubank Jr. that. Everybody's different.
I thought you knew the inside scoop.
But I don't know. But on the rules, I don't know. I spoke to his dad about 2 weeks ago. I don't know what he'd be feeling, but nothing comes before its time. Do you understand? And maybe this was a blessing in disguise, or maybe someone's actually stolen his paycheck, because if Kell Brook, especially if Kell Brook wins this fight, I'll be gutted. Wouldn't you be gutted? You know what I mean?
Do you think Kell Brook has actually stolen his paycheck then? Is that you playing, or do you genuinely believe that?
If Kell Brook wins, he's stolen his paycheck. You know what I mean? Seriously. Or if Kell Brook was to lose, he's going to get, what was it, 3-point-something million? He can buy one hell of an ice pack, right?
Liam Smith sold Canelo Alvarez. Massive fight over in Dallas. What chances do you give him of retaining his WBO world title against Saul Alvarez?
Everybody's got a chance. It's boxing, right? Let's be real. Everyone's got a chance, but it's about levels. When he won the title against Thompson is not a Canelo. And when you watch Canelo has been mixing with elite fighters. You can't be going them. Lara is an elite fighter. Austin Trout is an elite fighter. Forget about Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather was hemisphere up there somewhere, elite fighter. He's been in with elite fighters. I think this thing's about levels, but I really do. I'm praying, I'm baying for him to pull off the upset. On the road, do I think he can do it? No, I don't think he can do it. But you know what? Go out there and give it everything you got. And give it so much that you impress so much that you're going to get other paydays and bigger and better things are going to come to you.
On that note, thank you very much for talking.
Always a pleasure to talk to you, James. In your shorts and that,
looking very smart.
I'm trying, man. People thought I was a bartender. Either that or I'm signed to Matchroom to play snooker.
Like the Black Pee Wee Herman.
Get a £5 free bet every week with Offer Club from William Hill. Simply stake a total of £20 or more across the week on pre-match football accumulators with 4 or more selections, and you'll get a £5 free bet on the Friday. Join William Hill Offer Club on mobile or online now.